Today, county commissioners were expected to discuss topics concerning the future of County Administrator Joe Baird. But instead, the topic of discussion became that of public comment. County Attorney Will Collins advised commissioners against public input.
My real concern is that we do not today turn this into a public forum to attack Joe, because he's in a position where, in all likelihood, his attorney has advised him to remain silent and not respond to comment until he can get his case before the court. And the idea of letting people attack him publicly, to me, would be creating a public forum which could damage his reputation at a time when he's not in a position to respond to it.
Each commissioner had his own opinion on the topic of public comment.
The purpose will be served by opening this to the public, quite frankly, other than people having the right or the ability to vent. But it is a public meeting, and I think the public has that right if you're going to have it on a public agenda. So mixed emotions, I guess.
It is not about that particular administrator. It's about the way the county has had a policy in place for other employees. And you're right, I cannot keep individuals from making comments outside the realm of appropriate and inappropriate discussion. I would certainly need to ask for their professionalism in this situation. And I understand I understand the fine line that it approaches, but at the same time, being chair, I just don't feel like I could unilaterally make the decision of public input or no public input on that.
Attorney Collins has made it very clear that looking at Mr. Baird's contract, looking at our administrative manual and policies, and looking at our drug-free workplace program, that there is nothing that this board should do at this point in time until the judicial process has worked its way through and we have an outcome. So I think the only thing, if we limit it strictly to what we are doing here, the public comment would only be yes, follow your county policy, or no, violate the county policy. So
my point in bringing it up as an emergency item was to address the situation as swiftly as possible, whether it was self-initiated or initiated by this commission. Quite frankly, it was an action that was to avoid all of the public outcry, the acrimony, the indecision, the conversation. We all travel this community. You can't avoid the conversation, nor should we. This is America. This is the right for people to speak.
Ultimately, County Commissioner Bob Solari made a successful motion to delete public input from today's meeting.
Corny as it may sound, I think there's something to the coercive power of the state, and I'd rather err to the side of being too careful in this instance. So I'll make the motion that we do not have public comment at this time. Let's see if we have a second and a vote.
I've got a motion, Commissioner. Is there a second?
But many of those in attendance were not there to browbeat Baird. Robert Bauer wanted answers to his grandson's immediate termination from his temporary lifeguard position.
Due process, he was found guilty immediately, and I was just trying to make a point in there that a double standard is being applied. Of course, as you were there, you heard that they shut it down pending the results of Mr. Baird's trial. Well, why did they not do that with Tom? Tom was found not guilty of DUI, it was reckless driving, yet they suspended him, took away 7 weeks' pay, and that's all I wanted to state. But I understand where they're coming from too. They're a little leery of the application of the law in Mr. Baird's case, and I can understand.
And resident Leonard Galbraith was there to support Baird.
I don't like the way Mr. Baird is being slammed and being prosecuted by the newspaper, Mr. Lemon in particular, when he hasn't had a fair trial. And maybe Mr. Baird made a mistake. That should be left up to the court system. And he's just a man. He made a mistake. Well, maybe he made a mistake, maybe he didn't on off-duty hours. I do know that Mr. Baird suffers from vertigo. He's under doctor's care for that. So I appreciate what the county commissioners did today by postponing things. And anyway, I hope Joe has his day in court and that everybody has some leniency on him. And from what I understand and seen, he's done a great job for the past few years for our county, and hopefully he can continue to do that.
County Administrator Joe Baird is expected to enter a not guilty plea in July. From Indian River County, I'm Todd Wood for News 10.